Hi, I'm Jon Kirkman. I'm a music journalist and broadcaster based in the UK. If you've seen me before, you probably didn't need that introduction. If you haven't, we're meeting for the first time. Nice to have you along. I'm here just basically giving you a heads up on some of the things you may have missed, some of the things that are coming out in the future. And we're not going into great detail, we're just giving you the basic facts so you can make your own mind up. And I'll tell you where to get these things from as well. You recognise that. There's the front. And if I turn it around, that was the back of the very first album by a band called T2. Now, if you have that on vinyl, you have a very, very expensive record. I think at one point it was changing hands for somewhere in the region of £600 to £800. I've seen it as expensive back in the day as £1,000. A lot of money for an album that really kind of at the time was just kind of slipped out. I mean, as they say in the business, it escaped. It's a pretty good prog album, I have to say. And they're a British band, T2. And what you get on this package, there they are in all their glory. That is T2. If somebody asked me to say who was who on there, I couldn't tell you. Because they were a kind of, by the time I started getting into music, quite obscure. There's 3 disc set. And of course, in this, as ever, you get the whole story of why the band recorded the album. And there, here's the booklet. And It'll All Work Out in Boomland was the big thing. Now, they were regulars at the Marquee. They're probably very, very regular performers on the what was known as the university scene in the UK. Played probably clubs and universities. And there's lots of sort of ephemera in here, like flyers and tickets and all sorts of things and information about the band. You can see at the end some great sleeve notes in here. It tells you the story. Here's another marquee bill where they were playing, and yes, Rare Bird, another band that have a box set coming out shortly. But yeah, as a collector's item, the album really was. It's kind of in the top 10 of collectible items. What you get here is you get It'll All Work Out in Boomland, and you just get T2, and then you get sort of selected, I think they're demos, to be honest with you, from the period 1970, 71, 72. If you've ever wondered what they were like, the first album, which was this, It'll All Work Out in Boomland, is really, really good. Again, the other 2 albums, very, very much, in line with what they did on the first album. But, they kind of became a little lost for some reason. And then this kind of big aura built up around it, this kind of mystic, hey, T2. And I think that's where the reason why the album commanded such a high price on vinyl. And, whether it's not for me to say whether it was worth £600 to £1,000 on vinyl. It's available now, a lot cheaper, I might add, on CD, and you get loads of extra stuff across the 3 discs. It's available from Cherry Red, and as ever, Cherry Red do a wonderful job of doing these reissues, along with Esoteric. And if you want it, you want to find all the full gen on it, full track listing, and a little more detail that I'm giving you here, just not that much more, in fairness. But you can go to the Cherry Red website, cherryred.co.uk. Go directly to the source. You can order it from there. They do distribute worldwide. And if you go to the box on the search page, then you just put in T2, and lo and behold, this will turn up there, and I'll give you all the information. Bit of a curiosity, I have to say, for a lot of people, but actually musically a very, very good album. But a lot of people missed out on it, hence the really expensive price tag for the vinyl these days. But as I said, you don't have to pay £1,000 for this. It's a lot less. It's very, very well priced. And it's available from Cherry Red Records now, Esoteric, through Cherry Red. T2, the legendary T2. It'll All Work Out in Boomland, and 2 other discs of pretty much the sort of thing you'd expect from T2. Great record.